Hey, this is the last post for GunShow June Expirations Month. Honestly, I do not have segmented days. I don't do arm days, back days, leg days, things like that. However, there are times when people have a special area of focus that they want to work on. And in that case, being intentional about having some extra work on that body area is definitely helpful, especially if you're doing it consistently over time. However, I did mention in the beginning of the month that regardless of what body area you're talking about, in order to see the benefits of either the toning or the muscle builds or the shape that you're getting through strength training, you are going to want to have the layer of excess fat burned off, and that requires some full body work. Okay, so here's what we're going to cover in this final post. Reminder, we had post number 3B, in which we did a strength test, in which we did the separate limbs 30 seconds at a time with 3 different exercises in order to count your reps to figure out your improvements from the beginning at the end. Okay, so if that applies to you, that is post number 3B. Remember, you can always go back and do any of these. It's good if you are actually sort of in the beginning phases and you just want something to focus on, to just help build that consistency. All right, if you are already working out, then these would just be a way to pick up new exercises. If you're hearing Encore snort and laugh, excuse me. All right, so I've got 2 main things that I want to leave you with. All right, so if you wanted to add these specific arm exercises, I've picked out 4 that you can actually rotate 1, 2, 3, 4 in a 7-day period, so that you are not overworking one area, or that you're getting some rest in between. Okay, so as long as you're giving it about 1 to 2 days rest. Also, this is completely depending on whether you're going hard enough or lifting heavy enough in order to get that sore. The suggested exercises are, well, you have 2 choices for the triceps. So we're doing one for the triceps, one for the biceps, one for the shoulder overall, and then one for the delts. Okay, so I'm not going to re-show you the exercises. I'm going to reference the post here as well as in the comments. So 2 options for the tricep that I think is a good and basic one. The first one was in the number 5 post. It was the side lying tricep dip. So this is one side at a time, where you get to be on the floor and where you get to hug yourself and press up into that very, very, like it gets you on the top as well as going down, if you're trying not to just plop yourself down. Okay, the other one was the tricep dips with the hands rotated out, so you don't need any equipment for either of those 2 options on the triceps. Then to do the biceps, I also have 2 choices in case you don't have a weight plate. So one of my favorites was the waiter curl. That's the one where you have the plates. But if you also have the wrist issues, then you have the other option, which has the mobility component. And that was the curl. So you would do both arms. That was the curl with the external rotation at the top. Okay, so that was post number... the waiter curls were number 6, and the bicep curl with the external rotations was number 14. Okay. Then for the overall shoulder, I really like the tripod row. That is where you had an elevation about this high, just to have a point of reference and to have a little bit of a connection to ground yourself with a wide stance. It was a very wide stance. So you have this tripod position. Then you push the hips back. Then this also has a good postural correction cue in that you get to let that arm hang down first before you come up and fix that position, engage the lats, and row. All right, so just review the post for that, and that was post number 10. And then lastly, to hit the delts in a quick manner, efficient manner, was the L raise. So that's with the pair of dumbbells where you're basically not letting up, okay? So you're getting your delts, and none of these do you shrug. And none of these exercises do we shrug. All right, so that is the 4 separate exercises that I would recommend, or you know, you pick the 4 for the 4 different areas so that you could incorporate them on a daily basis. Then we have, you know, until you get some base level of strength, and then you could do some of the other fun variations as well. And that way, you know, that's when you get to a point where you really kind of could see your main biceps, your main tricep area. You get a little, you know, shoulder shape, and then you could start to really getting more specific about hitting the brachialis, you know, which part of the delt, the mid delt, for example, you know, do you want to focus on? So that comes later. It starts, you know, it's always fun to start. It just gets funner, more fun, funner, more fun. All right. All right, then I've got a combo. So for these days where you just kind of want to hit everything, including the arms, all at once, I have 3 combos that were included in this in the month that you could just string together. And so these 3 combo exercises could just make a full workout. Okay, if you do rotate them like 2, 3, 4, 5 sets. Okay, so the first one is from number 11, where it was the row curl. So you would take the dumbbell, you would take it all the way to the floor or whatever elevation you had, so that you get this from the floor where you lifting up like a row. So you get the hinge work, you get your glute work, leg work, and then at the top you bring it up to a curl. That was one, and then the other one was number 9. It was actually a combo that we did. That was the dumbbell thrusters. That's where you have also your squat work and a lot of conditioning happening with the heavy dumbbell set at your shoulders. You squat and thrust up, okay? And of course, the heavier you go, the lower you go. That's going to be great conditioning. And then number 24, which is one of the last ones we did, where we were on the floor. We did the tabletop, reverse tabletop, overhead press, so that you're getting glutes, abs, legs, shoulders, everything at once. So if you string those 3 combos together and repeat it, that would be a great little mini workout. Okay, so that's basically about it. To wrap it up, we had, like I said, I think I mentioned it was 22 distinct exercises, not including mobility, not including, you know, the special drills that we did around it, not including the strength test to exercises. Okay, so pick your favorites, keep at it. Listen, it's too late for summer, okay? I'm sorry. I know I have like the most cheerful trainer you could imagine. It's too late for summer, all right? So forget about this summer. I'm just being 100% honest, okay? But you're not too late for next summer, and you're not too late, period, for anything, all right? Because that's my other spiel. It's never too late, right? You're always starting from where you are. And so there's never being behind, there's never being too late, there's none of that, all right? But, you know, don't try to ever do anything, any program, thinking I got to get ready for, you know, something that's a month out or 2 months out. This is your lifelong journey. And I know I get into these rants sometimes. It's just, you know, this is just what I think about. This is what I live and you know, observe and absorb and dish out and all the stuff that I teach, that saying where you teach what you need, okay? Oh, speaking of that, so July, it's a sneaky little, self trick that I have. What do I need? So I want to spend more time in bed. So we're going to do all of the exercises, flexibility, mobility exercises, you name it, bed flows in bed. Hopefully without, any equipment or any equipment that's going to be, difficult, nothing like that. So that would be July. August, I want to do pistols. And then September, I haven't decided. And then that will be the end for a while, okay? September might just be like number 2 for burpees. Who knows? Or give me suggestions. But September is going to mark 12 consecutive months of something related to the monthly expirations, and I need to give a pause, and I will come back with something else, probably in a different format and method, but I need to free up some of my time to give more one-on-one or FaceTime attention to other things and other people. But it's been fun, and it will be fun. We've got 3 more months, so join me, and good luck, and have fun with no matter what it is that you're doing. If you have any questions, I'm here.